pretty neat. Alright, this is the worm bin I've been making out of blue barrels. I managed to find a lid. I sort of messed it up, the blue barrel bit didn't fit back on top, but I managed to find a lid that I had lying around, so that worked out quite well. And I'll just take the lid off, show you what we got. I'll remove the bit of cardboard. You might have already seen in this bit anyway. I've got a tray where the worms are going to go, and I drilled a lot of holes. As you've probably already seen, it was from a template from an actual worm bin, which worked out quite well. Not perfect, but good enough. So that's where the worms are going to go. I'll be starting that off shortly, and I'll do a video on that. Right, let's take this bit off now. Underneath I've got another piece of bottom of a barrel. I haven't wasted the rest, it's going to be a water butt, and that bit's going to be where it catches the runoff. And I got a tap over there, so let it out, shouldn't get too much. I did think about sealing this around here, but I don't think I'll bother. It's not really worth it. The bottom bit is basically just a stand. Keep it up a bit so I don't have to bend over so much. And if you look at down here, that tray is held in by 4 bolts. I've just got 4 bolts going through with a nut on, and then the tray is resting on it. Similar to this really, but the other way around, because that's what those bolts are for. They're just to stop it dropping down too far. So I'll put that back in, if I can get it round. There we go. Then you can see what I mean now. The bolt, it comes down on the bolts, stops it down. I'm going to chop these off, because somebody's sure to catch themselves on it. The only bad bit of this so far has been this gap. I'm not exactly sure what happened there. I was hoping it'd be a lot tighter, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. I'll probably leave this bolt sticking out a bit further so it's still supporting it, but I'll probably just pack that with a bit of cardboard then or something. I'm not going to worry too much about that. Like I said, I'll probably be starting some worms off soon, and I'll just show you my winter storage bin, where they'll be coming from. I've had a treat today. They've had a load and load of melon. I just put my cardboard back on top there. Didn't have any paper, so I used a bit of thin cardboard. I don't think that's going to matter too much. Right, here's my bin. Taking out a polytunnel now, because they'd be getting a bit too hot, I think. See, like a bit of activity there when they've been going on the cardboard. I have had this out because I gave them the melon. There's a load of worms there, all in amongst the bag there, sacking. They don't look too lively at them. Oh yeah, they are. When you touch them, they are. Oh, the pot mite, I think, potworm there, I think. I don't get many of them. So I've been very lucky with that. Not that they do much harm, I don't think. There you go, there's some more, turn it over. And I'll show you what I'm doing there. Just fold those up a minute. They seem to like that sacking. Right, what I got in here, I got a mushroom tray. See? Mushroom tray. And I've been feeding into the mushroom tray. Let me just see if I can pull this back. You might see some worms, but you might not, because I just put a load of food in there. There's a load, look. Just like I said, I just put a really load of melon in there. They're getting a real treat. So my plan is, prepare that other bin, pull out this mushroom tray and put the worms in the new bin. I think there'll still be worms in the bottom of here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to repeat the process and keep repeating the process until there's hardly any worms coming up into this mushroom tray. So there'll be probably eggs emerging or whatever and turning into worms, and I'll be gradually taking them out. With the aim is that what's left will be worm castings, a bin full of worm castings. So I hope you found that helpful. Oh, by the way, I'm going to be making another tray for that blue bin worm bin, so that when I want to migrate the worms out of the first tray, I'll have a tray on top which I'll start putting the food in, and don't feed the bottom one, and hopefully they'll migrate up into the top tray, a bit like this really. So that's my next project. I'll drill a load more holes. It wasn't that bad actually. I just did a quarter a day. Every day I did a quarter of the area. So I think that's goodbye from me. I'll see you again soon. Happy worming. Oh, don't forget to like, subscribe and comment, but mostly comment. I find that very helpful. If you've got any hints and tips, what you think I could have done better, let me know, because I might make another one if I can get some more blue barrels. So it's goodbye from me. Cheerio.